Well, I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out Indian Trace. And I just appreciate being able to show some North American Indian artifacts. Last couple days have been crazy. Didn't expect any rain. And then in the last 24 hours, we've had about 4 inches already. And it's been crazy. So I want to show you a couple of the groups here and explain exactly how I have to delineate this stuff. And I thought there'd be a bunch of you out there that want to just really check out some of the stuff I found in the last couple days. Today was a big day out there. It was wet. It was mud points for sure. Mud points day. I couldn't film out there. It was raining and muddy. So I want to show you how this really works in the way I delineate and figure out, what I collect and what I'm going to do with it. In terms of everything. Of course, the first thing we saw, which is really just beautiful when you get the different accents on it, is the pottery that's out there. This pottery I actually found yesterday. Most of this stuff I found today, and I'm going to show you why groups are looking like they are, and look at some of this stuff, and why I've divided them out the way you see them divided out. Look at this. Just some good artifacts. And I don't want to go too fast, but then again, I don't want to take too long. So just a close-up of some of the different detail on the pottery first. Again, Eastern North Carolina. And it's funny, I only had about 3, maybe 4 of the 53 different areas that actually put out this kind of pottery. So it's pretty cool. I don't know what that really means. I would guess that some of the areas that don't have the pottery and what have you, maybe kill sites or hunting places, or maybe they just is a different time period altogether. I'm going to start with this group. Look at these artifacts. These are actually artifacts that are going to go out to my koi pond and just have a home there for a while in the rain. And it's so beautiful when you see all the stones out there together. Check out C4 Artifacts if you haven't seen it. But just some of the stuff I found today. This I found at Crystal Beach, just a little one. And this piece I found over at the Archaic. Just some stuff that's definitely, I don't leave it out there. I leave a lot out there, but if it's a credible artifact, you can believe, you're going to pick it up and what have you. Just some of the stuff, and I don't take too long with this, broken stuff. Now this is a nice base, isn't it? Well, as you can see here, if it comes in, of course this stuff is translucent as can be here. Telltale. That's probably going to go up here for a reason I'll explain in a little bit. Well, just a nice base. Just a real nice base if my focus decides it wants to work any. Alright, I'll leave it there for now. Anyway, that stuff is going to go in the koi pond. Now, check this out though. Another crystal scraper. This is going to take a walk. I'm going to give it to somebody. Oh, my focus again. There we go. This is cool. Nice crystal scraper. It's worked around, and of course, as you can see, and a lot of you say, well, geez, that looks like ice. Look at this piece if you can. Don't know how good this is working. I don't have any natural light this evening. Just absolutely like glass. I'm not getting a good exposure on it. That might be better. Just a nice piece they were working on for whatever reason. A lot of people like quartz out there. And then, of course, today at Crystal Beach. And they're all ready. I think I have an opportunity to get out there in the morning. But, of course, this is very granular. Hammerstone. Could have been a nutting stone, too. But you're not going to leave that out in the field, This, of course, I picked it up. It's a great stone. I found so many of these. And I said, you know what? That right there and these stuff, grab it. It's going to make a fantastic gift. And with gift, I want to say this. These right here, these things are going into the wind. Look at these artifacts. Beautiful. But there's always a reason. I have to figure out a way to prioritize so that I can handle my collection and it stays feasible to me. It stays living to me, if you will, and doesn't become stagnant or unlooked at or really unappreciated. Unappreciated, if that makes any sense. Anyway, check these out. These inevitably are going to go into a certain box that I have, which is a giveaway box. And that's just the way I do it. Look at this edge work on this thing. Look at that, will you? Just missing a little piece on the tip. Guilford here. Impact fractures on a lot of these, like this piece of crystal quartz. This would have been a great piece altogether. Look at that. All today. You know, and the reason I wanted to make this cleanup, look at this piece, will you? It's because I know now that this is uncommon. There's a lot of you out there that even have told me that in a year's time you don't find this much. I don't know how you can hunt. Look at this piece of crystal right here. It would take my heart away to go days and days and days of hunting and not find a thing. That's hard for me to handle. I don't know how you do that. So kudos to you. And another reason why I like to be able to get some of this stuff out the door. Nice assembly of just the great stuff that I'm going to be able to share with the Hammerstone there. I like it, you know. It's just the way to go for me. Now up here, this stuff is unique in a proportion. I know someone that I have in mind. You know, often I collect out there and I think of comments and likes and dislikes of people. This is an impact fracture on the tip. I know there's a fellow out there that absolutely has something for impact fractures. God knows. That's just life, right? That's a sweet point. Nice point. Look at this tip, will you? I guess you could say heartbreaker. And then another one from Crystal Beach right here, a long one. This was crazy. There was a flat-out, fresh, new break. Look at that. Just gotta wonder about that, right? Too bad. That's just the way it works. Don't get too bummed over it. And a couple other pieces. These pieces here, except for this one, these pieces here are gonna go into my Heartbreakers jar, I should say, and they'll make a good place there. Last but not least are the points that actually are going to get into my display box. Out of all those artifacts that I was blessed to be able to find, I'm going to be able to get these and put them in a good place in my display box. Of course, great little point, doesn't take much room. Style here that I just love. In quartz. Just a fine piece. Gotta like that. Gotta love that. And then a sweet point here that actually was filmed to find a day or two ago or what have you. Just got a little rise on the back that they weren't able to finish off, but exactly the way they needed it to be to get the job done. And I just admired that piece for its balance and its shape and its size. So these three will find their place in my display box. Isn't that funny? That's a good average. I mean, I got 3 there. Hopefully maybe tomorrow something will be different, but and sometimes it is much different. 3 that make it in, and the rest, you know, just in my heart and what have you. They got to find different reasons and different places to go. So it's just sort of like a little game. It's sort of fun to make reason of all the different artifacts that I bring in, and that's really just how I do it. Maybe it'll give you a good idea about something. So I'll finish with their life way. Back to the pottery. Thanks for tuning in. Indian Trace.